Hey, what's up? This is Amina Rose, and you are watching Amina Seen It. Okay, anyway, today I am reviewing Mea Culpa. That's the movie that Kelly Rowland is starring and producing in. Okay, listen, I really like Kelly Rowland. I think she is a phenomenal dancer, musician. You know, she doesn't do bad in movies. So now I guess she decided to act and produce. What is a producer's role? Because I got to figure that out. This movie to me was half cooked. You know, like you're about to bake a cake and you put it in the oven and you just take it out too early. It's not even done. And it's like, we're going to get into that. We're going to cue the intro first real quick. Hey, I'm Amina Rose. And this is Amina Seen It. Hit that like and hit that subscribe. Let's comment down below. Before I judge this, let's figure out what a producer's job is. So she's not the writer. She facilitates and supervises the entire movie from the production process, script selections, hiring of the directors, production staff, and she does the evaluation for the final edits. Also make sure that the movie stays in budget. Okay, we're going to get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. First off, I want to say that the music was on point for this movie. So it looks like a real movie. It was, I say that as if I expected a little bit less. Sometimes you never know what you're getting, especially with lately some of these Netflix specials. Some of them are thrown together and you're like, what the heck is going on? The quality looked really good, as if it could have been in a movie. So from here on out, this is going to be a spoiler alert because we're going to get into details about this movie. So I was like, oh, okay, it's going to be a good movie or whatever. Starts off, she's in a therapy session with her husband. And the first thing I'm like, you know, why is she so entangled in his family? The best friend is her sister-in-law. And pretty much that is all she has. She just has his family in this entire movie, except one of her friends, which is a private investigator. So I guess budget cuts galore on the actors and actresses. While we're talking about budget cuts, could we say they probably didn't even do a casting call? Because every man and woman in here has been on Tyler Perry's shows and movies. So it's just like, yo, you're here, you're here, you're here, you're here. And you know Tyler Perry got a type. Muscular men, and I'm sure Tyler Perry got a type. They never wear clothes usually. Their abs are extremely squared away. He recycles the same actors repeatedly. Zaire is played by Trevante Rhodes, who is the leading male / defendant in the case that Mea is going to acquire. And he does look yummy. So Mea, played by Kelly Rowland, is supposed to be this prestigious lawyer, no nonsense, handles top of the list clients. She has a husband who she believed cheated on her, which they never got to the bottom of that. Apparently, he was holding a hand of his childhood friend. And this is how they ended up in therapy. Mea's husband has to run out to a family dinner because he does whatever his mother says. Now, he is a overzealous mama's boy, meaning treat your wife like crap because the mother doesn't like her. Even though the mother's not the one that has to sleep with her. You know what I don't get? How they went to the restaurant for dinner and the mother sat him next to his childhood friend. And she tells Mea to go sit all the way at the other end of the table with the sister. What family does that even fly in? That's some abnormal mess. So I guess we're supposed to feel sorry for how she's treated in that family. But girl, who allows for that? And just the fact that you let your husband do that. Like you could just, you're this prestigious lawyer, walk out. Why are you there? That I did not understand because they're building her up to have her victim. I don't like, which one do you want to be? Even when they're leaving the restaurant, the chick is standing on top of Mea's husband and she just looks and rolls her eyes. So if he's doing all of this to get back in your good graces, This is never brought up. You don't like what's going on. You allow this, nothing. That's irrelevant. It's not even part of the movie. But I guess this is the reasoning. She's looking for someone else because she's getting completely disrespected at home. So now we meet Zaire and he has an introduction. He's playing Isaac Hayes' Walk On By. Now, anybody that know this song, this is some grown music. First off, I don't even know why she's meeting him in his house, but she's meeting him at his house and he's playing seductive music and he's doing a painting of a beautiful woman. But he turns to her and he says, unlock your phone so I can put my number in there. And I'm like, oh, this how we talk? He don't even know this woman. So he tells her how he desperately wants her to be a lawyer. No, I need you. I need you. You're the best. So I guess she's like, you know what? Let me think about this mess. My bills are sinking. My husband is not working and I'm providing everything in the family. So she tells her sister-in-law, who's supposedly her best friend. I take that with a grain of salt because, again, I think that they skipped a lot of character development. So she's telling her bestie that she wants to take the case. And her bestie's like, I don't think you should. The family's not going to want you. And it's like, Mea, this ain't even your family and they don't like you. So why do we care what they think? The mother sits her down. The brother who can't stand her sits her down. And they're like, you're not taking this case. These are the most words that I've heard them really speak to her. Now they're so concerned with what she's doing. And her husband is like, you're not taking this case. We know she's taking the case now, right? So she has this weird PI guy that is like, you're trying to figure out if he likes her, the whole situation, if there's more going on than just being a PI. He's the one that constantly tells her what the husband is doing and everything else. So she tells him to come on, let's go check out this guy, Zaire, and you tell me what you get a feel for. So they go, they size him up. They're talking garbage. Oh, they said that you unalived this girl. In my eyes, they were just poking at him, trying to feel him out, trying to figure out if he did it or not. And at the end, they're both not sure if he really did it. When the private investigator was there, he was like, I'm not taking this elevator. I'm taking the stairs. Something is suspect about this elevator. Fine. So that just lets us know that there's another way to get out. So she's hanging around this Zaire guy again in his house. And, you know, she's getting like turned on by him and his ways. And he's always painting and he's coming across more and more aggressive. So I guess, you know, TYLERPERRY thinks this is what women like because he really hasn't really done much to her other than sit there and paint and just tell her what he wants all day. Put my number in your phone. I'm leaving. You know, stuff like that. So the producers are trying to show that Zaire is a more productive man because all of a sudden when she gets home one day, she sees her husband playing video games. So they have this man doing a career by painting and they want to show the husband playing video games to show that he's not to be taken as serious as Zaire. But clearly she's thinking about Zaire so much to the point she's with her husband, loving on him, thinking about Zaire. And after she does that, all of a sudden, it's like Zaire knows what's going on. He's like, I'm going to get another lawyer if you don't say that you like me. I know you like me. Look at you. I could tell. And you can't even admit that to me. So now I want another lawyer. Mind you, he was crying about needing the best lawyer. And now he's like, I don't want to deal with you. And at some point, it seems like I want to do this case. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help. No character development because when did this change? Yesterday? In a few hours? So he's just more rude to her. She's intrigued by this guy all of a sudden. And she can't get enough. So he's like, well, I'm leaving. I'm going out. I want to dance. And he just leaves and he tells her get her coat on because she got to get out the house too. They're leaving the place. They get out the escalator. For some reason, she follows him and it's a walk and it's through some dark, dingy place because they want to introduce us to this seducing party. Because of YouTube, I'm using kindergarten words. I think that was a kindergarten word. Y'all get what I'm saying though. It's a party. It's a active adult party. There you go. So it lets us know that every time this guy gets upset or whatever, he's always being an active adult. So she was sneaking around looking at him. And as soon as somebody comes up to her and they're like, want a party? She leaves. I told you, they didn't do much building in this movie. I'm saying, hopefully, if we're talking, you've seen this movie. Y'all got to tell me what y'all think about this movie. Am I bugging, or was it a little bit laxer? I mean, the central party was right downstairs. Like, he didn't take a car or anything. He just went downstairs, down some dark stairs in an L hallway, and he's in this situation, active adulting. So anyway, she goes one more time to try to see if she's really going to leave the case alone or not. Again, she's in this man's house. So she's sitting there talking to him, trying to figure out if she's going to take it. And he was like, well, just leave then. And then this girl comes in, no skin is bare, with heels on. And she's like, oh, I'm his neighbor. And she gets to work. Again, this is YouTube. How am I going to explain this? She was doing some type of job that involved her throat. I think we could say that. Whatever. So she's doing a job with Mr. Zaire in front of her. So Mea is so upset. She gets in the elevator. And this is when you realize the elevator is controlled by Mr. Zaire. So he makes her watch for a little while and then pulls the lever up and allows the elevator to go down. So as she's going to her car, her investigator calls her and is like, oh, well, your husband is in a hotel room with another woman. So I guess this is just what she needed to go over the edge. She runs back up into the place. By this time, the girl is doing some active movements on your boy Zaire. And she just tells her to go. And Miss Mea jumps on the situation. I'm telling you, this character development. Okay, producer. And then for whatever reason, she's like, no. So they get dressed and go on a motorcycle ride to nowhere. So they get dressed, leave the house, ride around the block, and come back. Listen, y'all could have had other excuses why she jumps on a motorcycle. Like the time when she needed a ride home would have been the time. That's why I said they sat here and they tried to play it along and then all of a sudden rushed it. So they're doing motorcycle rides. They come home and then they do the entanglement situation where she started. And you know, so now they're doing body paint to each other. And then he's giving her a bath. So we got like 4 or 5 different scenes in one. And candles. When she sleeps with the guy, she wakes up to see her picture above the bed. Why? Look, I don't want my picture on that bed because all you do is paint women all day and night. So this means that like I'm just one of your conquests that you painted. Now do y'all understand why I said it was like a half-baked situation? It's like they started to put the cake in and it was like, oh no, we're done. And pull it back out. So right after that, she finds out, of course, her husband moved the mother to an hotel and that's the reason he was there. So now she feels bad. And if she doesn't feel any worse, she goes see a woman scorned by Zaire. Now, I don't know if they give her name, but she plays Veronica in the Have and Have Nots. Now, you could do a whole movie on Baby Girl because she is entertaining because she was playing the same character in this movie that she plays on the Have and Have Nots. And come to find out, your boy takes down the whole city, Diddy. And she realizes that, yes, the same exact thing he pulled with her, he pulled with your girl. Nothing special. So she's mad. She's butthurt. So after she leaves Veronica, whatever her name is, she goes back to this guy's studio. And as he's talking, he's like, yeah, whatever is going on. She starts looking at the painting that he did to her and just starts ripping all of them off the ceiling. And it's girl after girl after girl after girl. And I'm just like, I mean, why are we surprised? You met him 2 minutes ago, girl. 2 days ago. Maybe, we'll give her 3. We'll give her 3. So she's like, I can't do this case. And she's getting in the elevator. Again, this is my thing. If you're upset, why are you getting in this rickety elevator that you know this guy controls? She's trying to move the elevator, move the elevator. And he's like, she gets out and he's like, I love you. And she's like, she walks away and she gets back in not the stairs. If she really wanted to leave, she'd have went down the stairs. Move this elevator, move it. He finally moves it. He flicks it up and gets this drama queen out. No, I'm gonna be honest. Her acting was fine. I didn't have a problem with her acting. And she drops the case. The whole family finds out that she did the do with Zaire. So her husband knows, her best friend knows, mama knows. This girl had no family in the whole show, but she all in this man's family. Again, half-baked. So she's like, let me go to Dominican Republic. Now, here is the disrespect that this movie has. Because apparently the girl was Mexican and the guy is looking for her all over Mexico. So when Mea goes to DR, the girl is in DR. Mexican and Dominican. Y'all do know that's two different, completely different things here. Okay, guys. Y'all not going to say it. I'm not going to say it then. Y'all reaching. I understand if y'all did Dominican and Haitian because it's like walking distance. But really? I went to school. The dialect is different. So she spots the girl in Dominican Republic out of everybody. She's staying at the same resort. She spots the girl. Because again, there's not that many people in this whole movie. Like girl 1, girl 2. All right, you know what? Maybe it was this way because the budget was very tight. But Kelly, if this is your first producing situation, you should have rolled out the bells and the whistle. But I get it. You're playing with Tyler Perry's money. Maybe he wants to be cheap. Well, we know he's cheap. Hey, Taraji. So now she's calling the sister-in-law. Oh my gosh, I found the girl. But you know the whole family's shady. She gets back in town and everybody's looking at her like, now you got the mother. And everybody's being extra dramatic. The mother's like, have a seat, dearie. No character development. One extreme to the next. And the brother's like, have a drink. Did you drink it yet? Did you put it to your lips? So everyone now is trying to unalive her at once. Don't y'all all start at once? Other than the wishy-washy sister-in-law best friend thingy. And from then on, it's just fake dramatic trying to unalive Mea. Her husband was not at the house when everybody's trying to unalive her. But come on. As strong as he feels about his mother and the disrespect that he constantly shows his wife, we knew what side this boy was on. He's on his mother's bosom. So of course he turns on her too. And there's a whole struggle. She gets away. And, there's a whole bunch of unaliving and stuff going on. We find out Zaire was innocent. And they ended by playing the Isaac Hayes song, Walk On By, which makes me want to do nothing more now but to go watch the movie Dead Presidents. Because I need to watch a real grown movie to get this ish out of my system. I think I am going to watch Dead Presidents later, though. Lorenz Tate. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Tell me, am I off? Or did y'all really enjoy this movie? I don't know. But I think it started out to be a really good movie, but I think they sat here and rushed it and balled it all up. Like I said, it was half baked, so half the review. 1 out of 10, I'm ranking it a 5. This has been Amina Seen It. Like, comment, and share. Have a good day.